Welcome to Candle Way of Writing. My name is Melissa. I am drinking a black cherry white claw hard seltzer. That is my it is kind of my go-to after work drink lately. It's just nice and light and bubbly and it's just really good. Um I was not planning on writing, or I wasn't planning on doing a ambient writing session, I should say. So it's kind of a off the cuff, kind of just spur of the moment decision to hop on here and share a little writing session. Uh, Again, I will be working on Everbound. I wasn't able to get any writing done this morning on it. I actually got way sidetracked this morning. Just yeah, I just I don't even know where the morning went. It started off with me not waking up quite as early as I normally do, and then me just going on the internet and being distracted, as one does when they go on the internet. The internet is just awful. That is, except for like sharing things like this. Like, it's not all awful, I know that, but I definitely need to practice self discipline in that area. So I am, working on Everbound, and today is if you're watching in the future, just ignore this part, but for the present moment, it is November 11th, and it's the 11th day of NaNoWriMo. I am still participating in my version of NaNoWriMo, which is simply to write something every day on my main work in progress. The main reason I'm doing it this way is because, NaNoWriMo is really helpful when, especially like if you're in like kind of a writing hole, like you don't really know what to write, but you want to write something, you want to keep doing something in the writing world, but you don't, maybe you're tired of your current main work in progress, or maybe you just want to start something completely new. Whatever the reason, maybe you've never tried writing a novel before, whatever the reason, like sometimes NaNoWriMo is just like the perfect thing in the perfect time, and it just works. But sometimes we are working very diligently and for years on end on a main work in progress, and we just want to see the first draft done, so we don't want to sidetrack onto another project for a month or whatever. So that is where I'm coming in with Nano this year, just trying to finish this first draft of my story. So it's snowy outside. I had just come from work and got a couple outside chores done. I actually really like winter. I don't know, I'm weird like that maybe. I know some people like winter, but the worst part about winter is driving and like making sure your car is, I don't know, like brushed off and all of that. But like I enjoy shoveling. I enjoy wearing sweaters. I enjoy feeling the coldness on your nose and cheeks, and I don't know, it's just refreshing and cozy, and like if you go outside and enjoy it, it just feels like a bonus because like your natural instincts are to stay inside. So it's like, bonus, like, yes, I got outside and it was snowy and cold out or whatever. I don't know. I like snow. I think it's fun, at least for a time. Like, you're gonna hear me complain about it shortly, I'm sure. That's just the way it goes. So yeah, this is, almost forgot to give credit right off the bat. This ambience is by Autumn Cozy. Thank you so much, Autumn Cozy. I really appreciate you letting us use these. I mean, it goes without saying that the quality is just amazing, so it just really helps really make a writing session super cozy. And I use these too in the morning for like, I use the app Hallow, which is a prayer meditation app. And, sometimes, especially when it gets colder out, I can't go outside. So I'll put on an ambience and have that going. So I just have like a quiet, like meditative space to use. So just another idea for you guys if you want to visit ambience videos for another purpose. Meditation, prayer, reading. I love having these on while I'm reading too, because it's just, I don't know, it's just like having, it's just so cozy. I don't know who thought of these, like, to begin with. Like, the very first person who was like, I'm going to have a little scene that has little tiny sounds and it's going to be great. Like, who was the first person? They were a genius. And someone probably thought they were mad. That's how it goes, isn't it? So let us be mad right now a little bit. And mad isn't crazy, not mad isn't angry. We don't want any anger here. I'm going to mute myself, and I hope you guys have an awesome writing session. This is way too easy to get distracted. I don't think that distractions are necessarily bad though, as long as you can just wrap it up. Like if you're distracted, just allow yourself that time, allow yourself whatever time. Just once it starts to feel like you're being controlled by it, that's when I try to turn it off. So that's what I just did right now. I just like I wanted to check stuff. I kind of had like a little creativity whatever slouch just moment, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just check my email." And got through some of my emails, and I know it's awful, but it's reality. I mean, it is. It's just, I guess it's not awful. It's just, it is what it is. The important thing is to not become controlled by it. So the way I try to think about it is if I'm starting to feel like lost to myself, in other words, if I'm starting to feel as if whatever, like my phone or whatever distraction is starting to control my time, that's when I try to turn it off. And you know, it's a tool. It's we are the ones in control, so it's just important to remember that. So don't feel bad about looking at your phone, or going into the kitchen and to grab a drink, and then you end up doing a couple dishes, and like it's fine. It really is fine. Like, do whatever you need to do to kind of take a deep breath and realign. And but then like you start to feel like you're being kind of controlled by whatever other thing, maybe that's when you can say, okay, now I'm just avoiding what I want to do or what I need to do. And so that's when you need to kind of turn it around or turn it off. Something I'm learning. Definitely still learning. So very scattered, very scattered letter that I was writing. Yesterday I was writing after work for a little bit and it just felt like all over the place. And then again now I feel like I reined it in a little bit more, so I feel like I have a little bit more coherency, but I know like the next upcoming chapters will be really good. And actually, like, as I put my pen down, I was like, "Oh, maybe I need to, like, draw this part of the story out a little more." But at the same time, it's like, it'd be me I'm just gonna write it the way that I outlined it because I know there's always room for expanding and changing. It's only the first draft, and then how I once I figure out what I want to happen, then I can make it longer or shorter or whatever as I need. So, things that I'm learning, I am just I am learning just as much as anyone, and probably more so because it's my brain. Um, yeah, gonna call it for today, but hoping to give you guys some NaNoWriMo encouragement over the next couple days here. Um, there were a couple really good articles that I've come across regarding NaNoWriMo pep talks from authors. So hoping to get those out for you guys. And in the meantime, just have fun writing. Don't forget to just have fun. Like, I think that is the most important thing. You know, like when you first started to write, whether you were a child or maybe you discovered it later in life, whenever you discovered writing, you had fun. You felt alive. You felt like, wow, there are worlds that I have inside of me. I have people inside of me that, have a voice, and there are places that I want to share with people and different perspectives that helped me that I think might help someone else. You just felt alive and encouraged and inspired, and possibilities were endless. Like, don't ever, ever let go of that. That is just like, for me, that is the most important thing about writing is it's not the editing, it's not the revision necessarily, it's not the publishing. It's that feeling of aliveness, of having that feeling of aliveness and getting it out to people, however that looks, whether it's, going through a publisher or not. But it's about capturing and living in that inspiration and aliveness and then just sharing it. Like, we complicate things as humans sometimes, I think. So I hope that you find some aliveness today and throughout the rest of the week. And yeah, just happy writing.